So you've probably noticed that AI agents are getting ridiculously smart, right? But what if I told you there's a brand new capability that really just unlocks their true potential? It's called building skills, and trust me, it's not just another buzzword. It's a total game changer that's going to let you automate pretty much any workflow with just a simple prompt. This is a huge shift in how we work, and you're about to learn exactly how to master it. And look, this isn't some far-off prediction. Think of it more like a roadmap for your career. The ability to engineer these high-quality skills for AI agents, it won't just make you hyper-productive, it's actually shaping up to be a skill you can directly monetize, like a whole new layer of software that you can build and sell. Getting good at this now, it puts you way, way ahead of the curve. Okay, so here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to talk about why this is the next big monetizable skill. Then, we'll get into what these skills actually are. After that, I'll walk you through the exact blueprint to build them like the top 1%. We'll even see a real-world before and after. And finally, we'll cover how you can tweak, improve, and share your creations. I mean, think about it. It doesn't matter how smart AI gets, it's always going to need that human touch. It needs your expertise, your specific context, and your unique way of doing things. And that's exactly where skills come in. They are the secret sauce that makes a powerful AI into your powerful AI. This slide really breaks down why skills are so incredibly powerful. They hit this perfect sweet spot, you know? On one side, you have custom GPTs, which are cool, but they're kind of isolated. And on the other, you have these rigid, hard-coded automation platforms. Skills live right in the middle. They're integrated, they can improve over time, and they always keep a human, you, in the loop. It's truly the best of both worlds.
All right, so we get why skills are so important. But let's get into the nitty-gritty. What exactly is a skill when you get right down to it? Let's break down the actual building blocks that make these AI agents tick.
At its core, a skill is surprisingly simple. It's really just a folder. And inside that folder, you've got all the instructions, the scripts, the resources that an AI agent needs to get a job done. The most important file in that whole folder is this one called skill.md. Think of this file as the brain of the whole operation. It's the central standard operating procedure that tells the AI exactly what to do. But it gets way better than just a set of instructions. A skill is like this living, breathing toolkit for your AI. You can toss in style guides, examples of what good looks like, customer profiles. You can even add images and presentations to give it context. And for the real power users out there, you can include code scripts to let your skill interact with APIs and really supercharge what it can do. So you're probably wondering, how on earth can an AI handle thousands of these skills without its brain just melting? Well, the secret is a really clever concept called progressive disclosure. Think of it like a massive library. The AI knows where every single book is, but it only pulls a book off the shelf and reads it when you ask for that specific one. This keeps everything running super fast, super efficiently, and makes the AI incredibly powerful. Now, you might hear the term plugins thrown around too. The relationship here is actually pretty simple. Think of it this way. A skill is like a single recipe for one specific task. A plugin? That's the whole cookbook. It's a shareable bundle that can hold a bunch of different skills, custom commands, and even connectors to other software. Skills are the fundamental ingredient. All right, buckle up, because this is where we get to the real secret sauce. We're about to dive into the blueprint that separates the amateurs from the pros. This is the framework that the top 1% of creators are using to build truly brilliant skills. So let's get into it. Here's the thing. The secret to an amazing skill isn't really about writing the perfect final prompt. It's all about the prep work you do beforehand. This is the one step that 99% of people just totally skip. And believe me, it is the one thing that makes all the difference. This prep work is your foundation. First, you've got to manually map out the perfect step-by-step process yourself. Do it by hand. Second, gather up all the knowledge sources the AI will need, things like your brand voice guidelines or your ideal customer profile. Third, figure out what tools or software it'll need to use. And finally, and this part is probably the most impactful, prepare some examples of what a perfect final output actually looks like. This gives the AI a crystal clear target to aim for.
Okay, once all that prep work is done, then you can move on to prompting. And you're going to use this simple 5-step framework. First, give the skill a name and a trigger. Easy enough. Second, state its high-level goal. Third, you lay out that super detailed step-by-step process that you already mapped out. Fourth, you set specific rules to handle any weird edge cases. And finally, you tell the skill to learn from your feedback and update itself.
And here's a quick pro tip for you, something that'll save you a ton of headaches. Keep your skill.md file clean. Just focus it on the process, on the steps. Think of it like the main recipe. All the other stuff, the context, the examples, the style guides, put those in separate reference files. It makes your skills run so much smoother and faster. It's a game changer, trust me.
Okay, talk is cheap, right? Enough with the theory. Let's actually see what this blueprint looks like in action. We're going to compare a skill that was thrown together quickly with one that was built by a master. The difference? Well, it's night and day.
We have all been here. You type in a quick one-line prompt, you hit enter, and you get something back that's, well, it's fine. It's kind of generic, it's a little off-brand, and it's definitely not what you were picturing in your head. This is exactly what happens when you skip all that prep work.
Now look at this. This is the after picture. Using the exact same initial idea, a skill built with our blueprint creates this. It's clear, it's high quality, it's perfectly on brand. The structure, the colors, the whole vibe, it's all there. And that's because we did the prep work and gave the AI all the context it needed to succeed.
You know, a great skill is never really finished. It's more like a living thing that you can constantly refine and improve. It's part art, part science, and it's what separates the good from the truly great. So let's talk about how to polish your skills and then share them with your team or even the world.
Okay, this table right here, you're going to want to bookmark this. This is your go-to troubleshooting cheat sheet. If your skill is going off the rails, here's how you fix it. If it's not following the process, the problem is probably in your skill.md file. If it's just missing key information, you need to add a reference file. If it keeps making the same mistake, add a new rule to stop it. And if it's having trouble with a specific tool, you can create what's called a Master Control Program or MCP document to give it a step-by-step guide. It's a simple fix that makes a huge difference. So, once your skill is humming along and working brilliantly, it's time to share it. The easiest way? Just ask the AI to package the whole thing up in a zip file that you can send to a colleague. If you want to get a little more formal, especially with the team, you can deploy it through GitHub for version control. And if you've got a whole collection of related skills, you can bundle them all together into a super powerful, shareable plugin for your whole team to use.
So there you have it. You now have the keys to the kingdom. You've got the blueprint to build AI skills that will put you squarely in the top 1% of creators. So the only question left is, what process will you master first? The future is in your hands. Now go out there and build something amazing.